I'm Julie at Simplex Net. So what we're talking about is we're on YouTube, K4PEW, in the search block, and you come up with, you'll see it there. So I'm not sure what they call it, but it'll show it as live video. You can go to Facebook under MJ Simplexton Net and find us there. That's all you'll see is me, though. And on the radio, I mean on YouTube, be able to see the face of my radio, which is a display, and it'll show relative signal strengths, and you can figure out who the stations you can hear and can't hear, and figure out why you can't hear those stations, because I always announce whose station I'm talking to. Also, you can go to 146.415.net for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io, that's groups.India Oscar, and put in MJSS in their search block to look at our, you can see our entire net schedule, which is quite extensive. I don't think anybody has a more extensive, well, maybe they do. I just don't know. We have quite an extensive net schedule. And we do, I think, 13 or 14 nets a week. And we're on the air 3 nights a week. We're also on the air other times. But anyway, MJSS for under groups.io. You can look up our net schedule. You can also sign up for our email system. It's a reminder system. It's also an information system, because we've got 192 last count of hams there, and many of them have some experience. They might be able to help you out if you need help, or you can write me for K4PEW@ARRL.net for just, you get dumb answers only. The net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. Of course, tonight we start out the net on 146.415 FM Simplex, and purpose of the net is to have fun. If it's not fun, get out. Don't stay here if it's not fun. Really, it's a fun thing to do. Yeah, we're always preparing for some alleged emergency that's going to be coming up. Unfortunately, they don't come up very often, but if they do, Simplextons are going to do the best job, because we're going to have the best stations to be able to serve our family and our neighbors and the community we live in, and probably at FEMA and Washington, D.C., the Armed Forces, and probably, you know, all the federal agencies of yours giving you plaudits for your work. Anyway, especially if you got a bullfang. Don't tell them you got a bullfang, since it's a Chinese thing. All right. Do we have any other announcements for the net besides tomorrow night's 10-meter net at 7:30 p.m. 28.415. 28.415 upper sideband, and then Michael KM4YRF moves over to 29.415, and that's on FM, biggest, best FM net in the free world, I guess, and then on to 223.415. And of course, tonight we're doing here on 146.415, and then we're moving to 144.240 upper sideband on 2 meters, and 50.135 on upper sideband on 6 meters. And then we're going to 223.415. Please, don't tell people about the 223 thing. It's kind of a secret. Any other announcements? Got nothing. No more announcements. Well, very good. Tonight we're. Well, by the way, there is one other announcement. Next Saturday, I don't know what we can do special besides have a banquet on the air. But next Saturday is our finishing of our 10th year. Technically, Sunday we'll be starting our 11th year. So 10th year is the ending of next Saturday is the ending of our 10th year, which is quite astounding, because it's outlasted. That's 2.5 military enlistments for me. It's longer than let me think about it. Longer than one of my marriages. Let's put it that way. Is there any other? No, that's it. Those are the big things. Tonight we're going to be taking check-ins from the south, and we're on net number 1038. But first we're going to be taking check-ins from those that are goofy. No, we're going to take check-ins from people who are either short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. So please come now. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. It's up there, Jeff.
Go on, Paul. Not much. I'm going to turn in early tonight. I'm tired, so we're call at night pretty early. So I'm going to go and check in. That way I won't fall asleep during that. Call West Sector, and I won't answer. So I'm going to do it now.
All right, sounds good, Jeff. I hope you get a full night's sleep. That was Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and he's in Madison. Big signal. Who else is west? I mean, who else is short on time, mobile, or first time checking? All right, we don't have any of those. We're going to start from the south then. Please come now.
K4KFQ.
Was it raining a lot down in your sector today there, Tony?
I got 0.14 inches.
Oh, that's nothing. Well, of course, that sounds like a personal problem.
Well, coming home from TPAC, we got stuff going pretty good. I mean, it was raining pretty good out on I-24, but now it looks like it went around us.
Yeah, we didn't have much here either. I was kind of surprised because it said it was going to rain off and on all day, and it barely did that.
Well, that's just the way it is sometimes. Careful, careful.
Oh, no, I'm thrilled because like when the other day they said there was going to be some like heavy rain, or they said heavy rain, or could be heavy weather. Nothing.
Well, sometimes you get the bear, some days the bear gets you.
No, I'm thrilled when we don't get bad weather because I don't feel like picking up limbs.
Yeah, anyway, other people want to get on the net.
Nah, we can sit here all night. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ. He's in Smyrna. Big Signal. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Man, Big Signal on FM there. You actually were a little scratchy to me on D-Star, but Mike says that's the loudest you've ever been to him. It kind of cracks me up because we're only 2 miles apart. But anyway, anything for the net?
No, man. Well, let's get on with it. K4, Swabby.
All right, another Big Signal. That's from Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south?
Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Foxtrot.
Okay, hold on 1 second here. I did hear a couple in there, but I heard Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Fox. That's who I got. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm good. Sorry for double.
No, that's all right. You can't help it. I mean, you don't have to apologize for what you don't know.
Well, you got a point there.
No, very good. You doing all right?
I'm good. I'm real good. I'm glad to get over the scratchy throat, but I'll live.
I'll bet. Nothing serious, I hope.
No, just as annoying more than anything.
You're probably thankful for all the rainy weather we're getting now.
Not enough, that's for sure.
No, it isn't. It's really not enough to satisfy what I've seen because my lawn still isn't responding.
Yeah, what Tony got, we got 0.25 at our PCH.
Is the area of Middle Tennessee is still that far behind?
It is, and then East Tennessee is still like way behind.
Yeah, the farmers must be going nuts.
They will be.
Yeah, really, because I can't imagine what the crops are going to be doing without a lot of decent rainfall.
I heard that the grapes and the corn at the Ag Center in Murfreesboro both kind of like 50% sales already.
Oh boy. Tell you a quick short story. You may have already heard it. Back when the Chinese and the Americans were getting together on, the initial just talking to each other back after the Nixon administration, and they were doing an agricultural, trade kind of thing. And the Chinese came over here to see our crops, and they took them to the Midwest, and where you just see miles and miles of corn or miles and miles of wheat, thousands of acres of those things. And their first question was, because they looked at it, they said, how do you irrigate this? And the guy says, well, it rains. And they go, really? They irrigate their crops. We rarely, well, we do have places that irrigate their crops, but they couldn't believe there's that much out there that doesn't need irrigation.
Yeah, that's further out west when you see those round fields out there where the circular irrigation systems are.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know how far. Because out in I'm pretty sure Kansas and Iowa, etc. There's just tens of thousands of acres just naturally get a good crop usually,
Naturally. Hey, remind me of the single sideband FM frequency coming up.
What is it? Did you say?
Yeah, please.
Oh, 144.240 upper sideband.
All right, I'll see if I can catch it there on my 705.
Oh yeah, you should do fine. You got decent wattage.
Only 10.
Well, its sideband comes in so good. I wouldn't be surprised you do fine.
Yeah, I have it on the beam, so who knows?
Oh, you'll get there. Very good. Anything else from that, Kevin?
No, I appreciate it. K4 KCS.
Very good. That's Kevin in Alma. Alma? Do I get that right again? Or is it Alma?
Almaville.
It's Almaville. That's right. Had to have a long name for a small town, eh?
For a no town.
All right. Very good. That's Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, Kevin in Almaville. Who else? Did I hear Jim in there?
K4TYJ. Yes, I tried to check it.
Very good. We talked earlier, but you got a good signal here.
Yes, we tried we talked to Chad a little earlier on what is that, Easter?
That was the one. So I'm just glad you had a good trip, man. He said 2,500 miles, you said?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit over 2,500 miles up there and back. Yeah, it was good. Got to see America.
Yeah, that's no, just America. There's no on it.
Yeah, just America. You know, the back roads, the highways with no traffic, and the good scenery, and the good food, and small hotels, and good people.
Well, you do. It's really funny how you do miss the U.S. interstates for the most part are boring as all hell.
Oh yeah, you know, you got trucks going, say we'll say the speed limit 70 on most the interstates, and you'll get passed by 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them every 10 miles, and you got other cars zipping in and out. I mean, it's not fun, especially if you're on a motorcycle. It's not fun. You're doing more worrying about getting run over, and then there's all the debris that's in the road with the recaps and bumpers and crap like that, and the road surfaces. There's gaps that'll swallow your tires and cause big damage. I mean, the interstate is just horrible, especially on a motorcycle, in my opinion. Ever in a day or so. But the back roads, I mean, very few highways were terrible. A lot of them were very well, very good, nice easy pace, and they went from 250 to 400 miles a day. It was good.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because the interstate system, I know it's used by billions of cars a year in miles, but it was really built for commerce.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I have no problem with it. They let them get out there and let the truckers roll. Go for it. I get it. No problem. No problem.
Oh, that's what I'm getting at. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that, I mean, they're built for commerce, and they're real well for two reasons, really. Built for commerce and for emergency military use.
Yeah, but you're taking a trip, and the main part of the trip is riding the motorcycle and enjoying yourself. You kind of need to get off the interstate, in my opinion, and you'll see things that and I've done this on more than one occasion. This is not my first trip like this, but it's a relaxing 200, 300 mile a day, and yeah, you get to see things. It's good.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. It sounds like a lot of fun actually. Anything else for the net, Jim? You sound good.
No sir, you're doing a fine job. Thanks for letting me join. KE4TYJ.
Very good. That's Jim in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. He's got a nice beam pointed in this direction, but he's got a good signal to probably everybody in this service area in Middle Tennessee. Who else is south?
KN4 MPZ.
Hello, Jerry. What's up?
All right, bud. Just got in time to enjoy the military week.
Oh, good. Thanks for the kind word. Enjoy. Everything going all right with you?
Yeah, everything's been doing pretty good here lately there. How about you, Tom?
Oh, yeah, doing fine. I don't normally have a list of maladies, but I always have some. Because I think everybody does when they hit their 60s and 70s.
Oh, yeah. It seems to add up as the time rolls along sometimes. Some people get lucky to get out of all of it, and then some don't. But hello to everyone on that, and hope everybody's having a great weekend, and glad to be kind of back into it a little bit here for you, Paul, and I'll let you carry on with it so you can get done. I'm going to try to hit you on the sideband, and I'm going to try to hit you on the 6 meter also. Leave my antenna up just a little bit temporarily to see how it might work. We'll see if it works at all.
Sounds good. That's what we're here for. That was Terry. He's in Murfreesboro. Kilo November 4, Mike, Papa Victor. Who else is south?
Comment.
Go ahead, Michael.
Terry, we need to see you at breakfast soon. Yeah, Michael, I'm going to try to make it this breakfast. Did you have one today? Yeah, and I think we're going to have one next week too, for anybody that wants to come. Okay. And you still having it at the Golden Corral? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll try to make one then. Maybe we can go ahead next week. I'll see what's going on. See if I can make that for you.
All right, if you're worried, it's the Ozempic brand Golden Corral.
Oh, I won't come to out of the hospital from taking that stuff.
Oh, boy. From taking that stuff?
Yeah, I was in.
Is that right? My wife and I were just talking about it. Was it a serious side effect?
Yeah, it's just about killed me. I broke out hives and went into AFib.
Holy crap! I'm sorry to hear that. How long were you in the hospital?
I just spent about a day and a half in there, but that, I tell you what, it was worse than my heart attack.
Wow, wow. Well, I guess you won't be taking that, and neither will I.
No, I don't want any kind of injections anymore. I got on that Januvia. I've been running that right now. It's been okay so far. The pill.
Oh, very good. Well, I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, I hope so. I went through a few things. We ain't got enough time in the net for me to catch up with you.
All right, that's why you need to come to a breakfast. You can fill us in. No, I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah, thanks, man. And don't take those in. That's my opinion. Anyway, back to you. Let you carry on the net. They're king for you, people.
Yeah, very good. That was Terry. He's in Murfreesboro. Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor. Good to have you back on the net. And I hope it's going to be routine. And we'll see you on the breakfast in the future if you can't make next Saturday, the following Saturday. Anyway, that was, again, Terry, KM4MPV in Murfreesboro. Who else is south? Okay, south or east?
KM4YRS.
All right, very good, Michael. It's not like we don't talk enough, you know.
I know. Yeah, I just want you to know that I'm a Simplexton extraordinaire.
That means you're SE. What's that? Southeast?
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we ought to have. I got a bachelor of Simplex degree, and then there's a master's of Simplex and a PhD of Simplex.
Well, I'd have to go for the PhD, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know what that stands for, right?
No, go ahead.
Piled higher and deeper.
Roger that. I don't have anything else, Paul, so I'm going to say back to net control. Thank you for doing what you do for almost 10 years.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, in fact, that was the actual whole joke is, I got a BS PhD, which is bull, PhD is bullshit, piled higher and deeper. Anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet, and he's the man who fills in for me when I'm not here, which is a real task. But he's qualified because he's got a PhD. Who else is east? Well, there was a double or a triple, but Kerry Semi was the winner.
Hey, I never win anything.
Oh, that's all right. Winning, I used to think winning was great. I'd rather stay out of the limelight, though. They expect you to do it again. Well, I was glad to have you at the breakfast this morning.
Sorry I missed y'all's impromptu breakfast last week. Kind of been on the other end of the table down there. Don't know what all went on y'all's end of the table this morning.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had a round table, you know that?
Well, we could probably have made something along that line, but we're still a lot of times too far away from each other to talk to each other, to get that big of a table.
No, I know. There's no winning, especially if you had 20 people show up, then what do you do?
Like we used to do at the other place in Mount Juliet.
Oh, yeah. No, you just make do and you get warring factions.
Absolutely. We're loud enough. You couldn't get much louder.
No, yeah, we do all right. Now, it's good to have you. It's good to have everybody there. Yeah, we'll just have to play musical chairs next time so we can meet everybody at the same time.
Enjoyed it. Got talk to people. Good talk to for change. It's a nice thing when we have that many people show up.
Oh, it always is. Yeah, no, it was a good group. We were having anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7, and to have 9 was a nice, refreshing day. And I hope it picks up. Maybe it will in the winter. It'll be people get up early and have a nice hot breakfast. Anyway, anything else for the net there, Kerry?
Negative, sir. Thank you for the net and back to net control. KK5S clear.
Very good. That's Kerry, and he is in Baird's Mill, Kilo 5 Sierra. Who else is east?
KM4 TJF.
Man, a big signal. You sure you're not down at your brother's house?
Wow. Right.
That is a big signal, isn't it, Michael?
Oh, my goodness. I can hear it clear as a bell.
Huh.
Michael, I can hear you very well as well. It's just kind of strange. I'm sorry I missed the late. What am I trying to say? Short on time this morning, this afternoon, but I was too busy.
Oh, I got it. I got it. You know what? We don't take excuses or notes from your mother.
It's not an excuse. I'm just short on time.
Yeah, very good. Anything for that, Mr. Short on Time?
No, but I enjoyed the breakfast this morning, seeing everybody, and I just could hear Kerry very well. I never hear him, but he was coming in here like busted.
Yeah, conditions are pretty good for me to hear you. I mean, it sounds like if I didn't know where you were, I think you were just here in town.
I know it's that clear. It's really great.
Yeah, it is. You almost S7 here, which is unusual. Anyway, that was Rick, KN4TJF, and he's over west of Ashland City, but you couldn't tell by his signal. Who else is east? Hello, Stan. I just hold on a second, HQ. Which reminds me, hey, Michael, you need to give some training to Rick that he's not east of us.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I find it odd that he was S7 to you, but he was only S3 to me, but very reasonable.
Oh yeah, very good. Anyway, how you doing, Stan?
Doing well, Paul. How about you?
I'm doing great. Really, good conditions are so nice today. Were you able? Did you just copy Rick pretty well?
No, I couldn't copy Rick.
Okay, well, you're another 13 miles east, so it'll be a little tough, I think. But you were just gangbusters in here to me and Michael, as you probably heard. But everything going all right at work?
Yeah, same old, same old.
Yeah, work can be boring, can it?
That's rocket.
I've had many a jobs that have boring days. But you really just learn to persevere, don't you?
Yeah, trying to. Past 2 weeks, I worked 110 hours.
Wow, boy, you're making the big money, huh?
Man, go back to make part of it.
Did you hear what Trump announced today? If he gets elected, he's going to give no taxes on overtime.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't think he can pull it off, though.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how you can pull that off, because you figure think about the states that have their own tax, state taxes, income taxes. You can't control that. So I don't know how the heck they control it. I have no idea. I guess you'd have a special line item for overtime hours, and then everybody'd lie about their overtime hours, I guess.
Yeah, probably so.
Anything else for the net? Everything's going all right with you?
Yeah, it's going pretty good, Paul. Something else for the net. Back to that, KVM port 3.
Yep, very good. That was Stan. It is Stan. Stan's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel, Quebec Echo. Who else is east?
Yeah, 4 is DDT.
Hello, Kevin. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Just catching a little bit of college football here.
Oh, really? Who's your team you normally follow?
Tennessee. They're committing first-degree murder, really.
Is it that bad, really? I've not followed college football in a long time, but I always loved the SEC, man. That was what I loved about being in the South, is the SEC just kills it.
Yeah, they're playing Kent State tonight, and it was already like 51-0 here, but it's not even halftime.
Well, see, those aren't fun games. I don't even know why they schedule those kind of games.
I think pretty much it makes money for the smaller team, I guess. I'm sure Tennessee's probably paying them $1 million or so to come down there and play them.
Well, it was my understanding, and it's a long time ago I read this, that they actually split the gate, among other things, for those games.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess it helps those small teams, make a little bit of money, so they can develop that program and whatnot, and then it gives the larger school some time to kind of like, I guess, like a preseason game, like a scrimmage or whatever, and let some of the athletes that don't get a lot of playing time to get in there.
It always struck me, though, that it creates an odd situation, because it requires better sportsmanship from the team that's dominant, and B, it's actually more dangerous to the lesser club, the lesser school, because they're often not always big as guys, not as big of people, and they're not as quick, but they could get hammered by a big team like Tennessee.
Oh yeah, it's definitely definitely a lopsided field. So you you feel bad for those guys, and you don't ever want to see anybody get hurt.
No, no, it's you almost feel like you should let them score, just to make them feel better.
Maybe, but I don't know. At the same time, I don't know.
No, believe me, that's why I say it takes a little bit of sportsmanship, because you could conceivably, I'm guessing that the games I remember seeing is that they actually start to go light. I mean, the winning team, after 3 or 4 touchdowns, they're putting in their second and third squad, and the towel boy and the water boy.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the thing. Get some guys, those younger guys, a little bit of playing time, get them developed for later on down the road.
Well, I think too, I think it's actually probably good for the younger team too, the other, the smaller teams, to go to see how good the big schools can be compared to themselves and compared to other schools of their size. I mean, just because it is impressive when you see the difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anyway, anything good for the net, Kevin?
That's all I got. Appreciate you being there, Paul.
Very good. That was Kevin. He's here in Mount Juliet. Well, in the Gladeville. Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. Who else is east or north?
Fort Juliet.
Hello, Mr. Danny. How goes it with you? Did you get much rain up north?
No, it just barely wet the grass.
Well, I'm not upset. I guess where I was, I saw a piece on television. I guess it was yesterday, or on the web, and they were talking about that place where they had the mudslides in that some town that I'm unfamiliar with in California. And I thought, man, I'm glad we don't have those problems here.
Yeah, really. Yeah, the most we have is rock slides and stuff.
Oh, right. Unfortunately, those aren't not too common. I don't know. The only problem you could say that, well, I guess Tennessee occasionally has some flooding problems due to the Cumberland and the Tennessee, those rivers, but I don't think that's all that often.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, most we got, it just wet the grass a little bit. I actually went out there and mowed so it wouldn't be dusty.
That's right. You wet the grass, and then, that's the one thing I hate about when it's dry and the grass is dry and the ground's dry. I run over a section and the wind's going in the wrong direction. I get a face full.
Oh yeah, I started mowing this morning and I just mowed a little bit around the house. And I was like, no, I ain't doing this. And it come out really sour this afternoon, so I went out there and finished.
Oh, cool. Anything else going on?
Oh, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Sorry I missed the the 4 FM. I was watching the baby, grandbaby.
That's more important anyway.
Yeah.
Very good. That was Danny. He's up near Cottontown. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Big signal. Who else is north?
K4 TWI.
You sound like you're mobile there, Wes.
I am Sumner, on the Sumner Trails border, headed south.
Oh, very good. Don't let the wheels drive you crazy.
You can probably hear the road noise of the Jeeps. I've been listening ever since I left southern Kentucky, and I could just hear you at Westmoreland. So I've been listening the whole time.
We've had good conditions here locally, though. We had good conditions from the west and from the south. It's really strong tonight.
All right. Everything's good here. I'm headed towards the house. KE4 TWI mobile.
Very good. That was Wes. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey Indy. He's mobile, coming south to go back to Possumtown in north Wilson County. Coming back from Kentucky. Who else is north?
KB9
Hello, Frank. Did you get your fill at breakfast this morning?
Yeah, that's good.
It's always good. I think it's too good because I have to purposefully eat less at dinner.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like part of it is, I've been busy, but sometimes it's like, oh man, if I go there, I'm going to eat so much.
Well, for 2 reasons you feel obligated. B, A, it looks great. B, you feel like getting your money's worth out of that $10 or whatever it is.
Yeah. I think it was like 13 for me, but it's still not too bad compared to, you go to like a real, fast food place like McDonald's, and you're like, what? I just spent $30 there?
No, it isn't that bad. I'm not suggesting it's bad. It's just that You know, I've seen enough people at buffets. They, if you don't put out any shrimp because there's going to be a mob scene.
Yeah, I didn't load up too much, but yeah, I had to make the obligatory second trip there because it's like you said, like, well, I got to get something up.
Oh yeah, listen, I make myself feel better. I grab a banana after I eat everything else. I get a banana in a non-fat milk.
There you go. Yeah, and you can say, you eat a bunch of chicken. No, I ain't good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it just makes you feel better. You know, like I'm eating good here, no sweat. Even though I had like a half a pound of bacon.
Yeah, kind of sounds like the trick I used to use when, don't go to that, don't go, you're not allowed to go over there. So I stopped somewhere else I was allowed to go. Where were you at? I just mentioned the last part.
Very good. You got anything good for the net?
No, nothing. Just thanks for doing it. Glad I was able to make it. Turn it back over to KV, not RKK.
Very good. That's Frank. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who else is north? Oh, man, that might have been a triple. I'll take you first there, Carlin.
Yeah. It's been raining up here. It kind of started out light, went to moderate, went back to kind of light. It's pretty well wet and everything else up here. The roads look wet and everything. So, I don't know. Been lucky so far. We've been getting rain up here every once in a while when everybody else had been getting them for I don't know, since it slacked off there about a month or two ago. But we've still been getting rain. And, I don't know. I burnt trash out there last week and stuff. Somebody said, "Oh, how you burnt that?" And I said, "Well, the ground is not dry completely, but it's burnt." And I didn't have to. I stood out there and watched it for a while. Then I went back to readying the mower for mowing the yard stuff. And I'd go peek around the back of the garage, take a look at it while it was burning, and it stayed right there on the ground right where I was burning it at. It didn't take off or get out of hand or anything. So I thought, well, so I don't know, luck out that way. But anyway, other than that, just sitting there listening to the net again.
Very good. Glad to have you in there, Carlin. It's Carlin got a little bit more rain, I think, than I did, but he is in the what do you call it? Get it straight, Angeltown, Bethpage area. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Big signal too. Who else was in there today? Just now. Man, I'm not kidding. There was 3 more jump in. I heard the only one I recognized was Hayes. Hayes, go ahead.
Hey, how are you doing there, Paul? Yeah, sorry I didn't make it to the breakfast. I was a little hungover and I decided to not quite go that early,
Oh, I hear you. No, it's having an 8 o'clock breakfast on a Saturday morning is hard to do for a lot of the reasons. Staying up late and other things going on during the week.
Yeah, the kids really love to go to the breakfast, and they ask a lot, when can we go to the ham radio breakfast again? And Hayden's a ham now and everything, so we'll be there again, and the kids are always asking about it. They have a real good time.
Yeah, no, very good. We'd be happy to have them again, obviously. Yeah, we're going to be there again Saturday. We're going to try whoever wants to show up on every day, the first, second, third, and fourth and fifth Saturday.
Well, that's really good. I think I'll have them next weekend, so there's a very good chance we'll be there. And the kids will be bugging me about it. They really love to go there. But hey, Paul, K4PWNANHT, I'll let you get back to the dinner. I know there's a lot more stations.
I know if we had one of those in my neighborhood when I was a kid, and my parents would let me go, I'd weigh 400 pounds now.
Yeah, I see some people there. Every time there's a buffet, I see people that probably weigh at least so much. I'd like to have a scale and weigh everybody I see at the buffet and see what numbers come back. But there's a lot of different people you meet there. But K4PWNANHT, back to that.
Yeah, very good. That's Hayes in Hendersonville, November 8, November Hotel Tango. Who else was in there?
Report of November.
Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Got a quick minute. I was gonna drop in and add one to the checkbook.
Very good. You know, I forgot your first name. I'm trying to. I just looked at last, and I don't think you were in here last net, so I can't cheat.
Oh, it's Clint. Up with that.
Oh, that's right. I tell you, I never recognized that call as being you for some reason. You should have come to the breakfast, and I would have remembered.
I know I overslept. I felt terrible. But hey, you know, this is a whole lot better. My old one was M4 NXT. Same mouthful.
Wow. That could have stood for like New Mexican Expatriate.
That would actually fit.
Almost, yeah. Everything going well with you?
Yeah, doing pretty good. I actually got out and did my first took a G2 test 120, put it on a spike into the lake next to Radnor, and it worked.
Oh, what was that? Parks on the air?
Yeah, parked on the air.
Now you broke up a little bit there. I don't know if your microphone switch was messing up or what.
Oh, yep, that was my thumb slipping off the PTT.
Okay, very good. So it was a human error then. Very good, Clint. Everything else going good though?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. Happy to check in and thanks for hosting that.
Very good. That's Clint, and he is in Madison, right?
Madison.
Yeah, I had it right. Kilo 5. I remembered that. Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike. That's Clint. Who else is north? Anybody else north? All right, to the west.
KO4 OTV.
Hello, Mr. Joel. Tonight's a good night. You copying everybody?
I'll be honest, I'm copying more than normal, but I'm not getting everybody. But yeah, conditions are good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm surprised how good it is, even though the weather seems to be goofy.
You know, everybody on the east doesn't sound like they got any rain, but over here, which we really didn't get any until about 3:30, I guess it started coming down, but it just stopped. So we finally got some rain out here, which I'm very grateful for.
I get a kick out of not the rain. We have that little frog pond. I mean, it's little. It's only, if it were round, it would be about 8 feet in diameter frog pond, maybe 10 foot maybe. And anyway, we got a turtle in there, that Cumberland slider, and she's about 12 inches in diameter or so. But, fairly big turtle. She doesn't even come out when it's raining. I'm thinking, you live in a frickin' pond and you don't come out when it's raining?
That's funny you mentioned a turtle. Today I had a monster box turtle right beside the shop here when I came out. Right before it started raining, I guess. My wife noticed it first. And she said, "You see that turtle?" And I looked over. I said, "My God!" I mean, it was massive, and it was really camouflaged from all the leaves being on the ground already. But I could not believe it was probably one of the biggest box turtles I'd ever seen. And I've seen a couple on this property in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And I'm wondering if it's the same one or not. We had one back here that was actually laying eggs beside the fence about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now. But it is weird that it wouldn't come out during the rain. And the one I had definitely came out right when it was starting to rain. So it's pretty interesting. And it's a box turtle. I figured they liked it a little drier. I'm not sure how that works though with them.
I don't think I've ever seen a box turtle here in Tennessee. We used to have a lot. Did you ever see those gopher turtles in Florida?
I'm not sure.
Oh, they're big and they're slow, and they just dig a hole in the ground. All of a sudden you'll find one dug up in your backyard.
Yeah, that's kind of what these do. Yeah, we've got several different species here. We've got just about the only one I don't like messing with is the alligator snapper.
No, there's actually, I found there was, I don't know if they're here, but I had one in a pond that was adjacent to the property I lived in. It wasn't right on my property, but I could see the pond from my backyard. It was on my neighbor's property, but not mine, thankfully. And the pond, due to a drought, almost dried up completely. It was just a regular, really a retention pond, not a spring-fed pond, or it wasn't on a creek. And that thing, all of a sudden, I went in the front yard and I see this monster turtle. No exaggeration, it was about almost 24 inches in diameter, and it had, a turtle. I mean, the shell looked like, and his head looked like it was alligator. And so I presumed, since I had not seen one before, it was an alligator turtle. But then I found out from the Fish and Wildlife, there's another type there that are like that, but they're not actually. There's a different type that are alligator turtles, but this one wasn't that. I don't have to look it up again, but I think you're right though. They may be here, those alligator turtles. I don't know.
Yeah, we have them. They're here, and they're aggressive as all get out. But I mean, just about any snapper can be. It doesn't matter if it's that type or not. They're just. I'd say I was fishing one time down there I used to wade out in the water when I was younger, down here in the backwater where the dam is. We used to fish out there until one floated up beside me one day, the size of a tire I was sitting on fishing, and I'm going to tell you, I never got back in the water after that.
Well, I lived on adjacent to a lake, small lake, a ski-sized lake, skiing-sized lake in North Tampa, out in the countryside, and there was at least one roughly 10-foot alligator living in there, because you never know how many there are. But I knew he was in there, and plus it was a cypress lake, which has the color of the lake is tea. It's like a tea, and so when you're standing in it, you can't see farther than about 3 or 4 inches into the water. So it was hard to convince people to get into the lake.
Sure it is. And you know, they say those are migrating here too. I saw some pictures a couple of years ago of the TWRA website that had some that were underneath the ice with their snout sticking out of the ice, which I thought was just the most craziest thing, and that was in the Tennessee River.
Huh. Well, I don't know, because they're as far right now. Aren't there alligators as far north as the Carolinas?
I'm not sure. I would say if they're here, they've got to be there, definitely. Which I have never seen one, and I hope I don't. But yeah, they've got to be able to. If they're able to do that with their nose sticking above the ice, hibernate underneath, I'd imagine they're on their way.
Well, yeah, I think all of those cold-blooded animals, like our turtle, when it goes cold and the water temperature gets down to a certain temperature, they just go into hibernation. They don't even come up. And just like those alligators in Florida, when it gets cold, you don't see them for a while.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Cause I don't like it. I hope that the population doesn't start increasing like it does the pythons in Florida, but you never know.
Well, it's bad enough in Florida because I lived there for 36. It took me probably, after I left Florida in 2009, it took me probably 3 or 4 years to not walk along any waterway, because I was always looking for evidence of alligators in the stay clear.
Yeah, that's an uneasy feeling. You can't even enjoy yourself.
Well, you get used to it in Florida, because I used to do a fair amount of bass fishing in some of the lakes that are kind of remote. But you just get used to the idea, if there's water of any size, there's alligators. And even, oh my gosh, if you spend any time down there, you will not believe how many alligators are in Florida. I mean, it's like they're going to overtake the state at some point.
That or the pythons, when Andrew came through and set them all free from all the pet stores, they've got such a epidemic down there with the pythons now. It's kind of insane. I saw one that actually tried eating an alligator and it busted its guts out. It was kind of wild to see.
Yeah, there was evidence from the Florida Fish and Wildlife. They had taken a picture. I think it was them who took it. It was an alligator and a snake. One of those got into a fight, and they were both trying to swallow the other. It looked like two. I forget who won. I don't remember. Maybe I think they both died.
Yeah, the picture I saw, they both looked dead.
Man, just think if it was you. Anyway, anything good for the net?
That's it for me. I'll see you on the next one. KO4OTV, back to net.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video of over in Africa where they had to cut open a boa, and here they dug out one of the, they cut the guy, the snake open, and pulled out the remains of a full human being. Not very pleasant. Who else is? That was Joel, by the way. KO4OTV in west of Ashland City, out there in the hinterlands. Who else is west?
So don't support Charlie this direction.
Hey, very good. Anything good there, Greg?
Not much. When I was 12, we were night fishing in Green River in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Just off the dock, it was well lit, and there was crack bugs and other fish, big fish. And all of a sudden, this turtle, and it wasn't a snapper,
Is that right?
It was like a Galapagos turtle that came up to the right under the, and it was almost frightening.
But try to imagine how old that thing was.
Well, I was going to say that river, Green River, in Kentucky, is very old, and it's known to have 6-foot catfish.
Yeah, again, you know what's funny about just like when we talk about when they send things down into the deep ocean and they find out there's new breeds of things and new species. What we don't know is fascinating about even something that's in that river you're talking about.
And I used to not learn to swim there, but I didn't want to swim there anymore after learning that there were cryptoid creatures there.
Yes, you just got to learn to just face it. If you die, you die.
Basically.
Yeah, very good. Anything else, Greg?
Not that, but I do love box turtles. We raised them. My dad raised, one of the earliest memories is Dad had some box turtles that was raised out back in an enclosed pen, which was like the metal liner for a pool. But anyway, yeah, they were fun. We hand feed them and all that. And they were hibernating. Anyway, 84 TV.
Very good. That's Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie, Victor Echo. Who else is west?
KG4, ILV, Jack and Donaldson.
Here's the old turtle himself. What's up, Jack?
It was a good turnout at the breakfast this morning. It was good to see everybody.
Yeah, it was good. And we had a good turnout tonight. You're number 21.
That sounds pretty good. Conditions are great.
Oh, yeah. You copying everybody, you think?
So far.
Oh, that's awesome. Really, Rick was unbelievably strong, and so was everybody else. I didn't hear any weak stations at all. Larry was the only one, and his was still good.
It sure was. And D-Star was excellent tonight.
Yep, it was good. It's surprising when you think of stormy weather, you don't think of good conditions. I mean, cloudy and changing weather patterns.
Well, I'll let you get on with it here. I'll see you on the next one. KG4 ILV.
Yep, that's Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
KG14.
Hello, Charles. Anything good on your end of West Nashville? Aren't you glad you live in West Nashville?
Say again, what about West Nashville?
Aren't you glad you live in West Nashville? My wife, like last night, there was I think, a stabbing, and it was I think it was in East Nashville, but I'm not positive about that. It was either east or south. I don't remember which. And I think, I never hear about that from West Nashville.
Well, I'm sure there's some stuff goes on. They just don't make the news. I think there was 4 shot in Antioch last night.
Well, listen, it's to be expected, isn't it? It's Friday.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be something going on. But I've been trying to answer butt rejuvenator. It works pretty good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I get it. Just to be fair, to be honest, I get a little kickback on every sale.
It makes an excellent hair tonic as well.
Yeah, very good. Actually, it was fun. Just to give you a clue, I lived in Tampa, and in spite of what you hear about Florida, it's probably got the worst crime rate in the world. Nobody wants to hear that, though. My son's graduation took place at the convention center in downtown Tampa, and his graduating class from high school was probably somewhere close to 1,000. And then they meet outside, in this big, really big, nice, I don't know what you call it, big, just an outside area for, in the evening. It's real pretty. And I'll just call it a garden area. But it's like, anyway, I meet outside. Everybody can just mingle with their families and stuff. And they had a stabbing at the graduation ceremony.
Man, I tell you what, people just can't get along anymore, that's probably been a while since then, right?
Oh, that was, well, he's 39 this year. So that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff goes on we never hear about. It's just not newsworthy, I guess.
Well, how do you compare a shooting in a school compared to just a couple of knifings,
No, it doesn't. Everybody's got a kid goes to school, so that's top of the list right there.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't happen. I wish it didn't, and I wish they had the metal detectors on every school door would be the answer. I don't know if they'll do that. Anyway, anything else, Charles?
No, that's it, Paul. Thanks for being there. Y'all have a good evening. KC14.
Yeah, very good. That was Charles. It is Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is west? Or anywhere, any place, please come down. All right, then we're calling for all landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kerchunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, flat earthers, uh, people who believe there's people who live in the earth, and science deniers. Oh yeah, and also global warming deniers, or maybe global warming promoters, and scanner listeners who have to email. Hey, please come in. Oh man, that usually smokes out Scott in Laverne, man. Scott, you're not out there? Man, oh man. All right, any other check-ins before we move on? Because we're going to move right over to 144-240. All right, we had 22 people in there tonight. Good night. Appreciate everybody coming in. I think it was a decent net so far. We're going to move right now over to 144-240. This is Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio net on 144.240. Looking for check-ins from the south. All right, I got you in there, Kevin. I can hear you a little low, but I do have you in there. Kilo 4, excuse me, Kilo 4. I'll get his call right here in a second. Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Fox. There we go. Couldn't get the letters out. Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie. Good day. How you copying me tonight? Yeah, very good. He's on 10 watts out of Almaville, and that's Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. So, like I said, yeah, it's definitely upper sideband gets through pretty good. Who else is south?
Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor.
Yeah, big signal there, Terry. You sound great.
Okay, appreciate it. I'm going to try you on the 50.135 in a minute.
Sounds like a winner. I hope to hear you there. That was Mike. That was Terry in Murfreesboro. Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor. Who else is south? South or east?
KK5S.
Very good. Quick on the trigger. It's Kerry, Kilo 5 Sierra in Baird's Mill. You sound good as well, Kerry. Who else is east?
KM4 a while, yeah.
Oh, you should be ashamed, Kerry Beecham, huh? See what happens when you try to nap in between that. That was Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. That's Michael in here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Nobody else east? I'll get some sideband deniers out there. Go to the north.
Kilo, Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo.
Yeah, you sound. See, from where you are, you sound like FM, you know?
Yeah, so do you guys.
You know, it's just so funny. Well, obviously, it's a terrain and a distance issue because you really do sound good. Very good. That's Frank, and he's in just here northwest Mount Juliet, excuse me. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Who else is west? No, excuse me, north.
K4GOM.
KD4GOM. Might have been a double in there, but it was Danny with a big signal out of near Cottontown. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is north? All right, very good. We got two in there, but I copied them both. We got Hayes in there, Hayes, November 8, November Hotel Tango with a big signal out of Hendersonville. And we also had Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, also a good signal. How you copying me there on sideband, Carlin?
Like always, we'll let you know while we go over on FM. Normally you're about 10 over, you're 30 over tonight. So it's the business performance pretty good out there tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. No, yeah, that's really good to hear. Good. Thanks for that report. That was a Carlin Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, Town. He was just saying he had me like 30 over tonight, which is normally not. It's a lot higher than normal. So they can do the conditions. Anyway, who else is north? Any more north? Over to the west.
KG4 ILD.
All right. This is the west is the land of slow responders.
How about south?
I will get there. I already did south. I started with south. Anyway, now we'll get you. We'll get you. All right, we got Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and that's Jack in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and Antioch. Very good condition signal there too. Anybody else west?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Oh, yeah, sounds awesome tonight there, Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Anybody else west before we jump on Jim in the south?
Why are you rushing me?
Well, I don't know. We're rushing you. You already checked in.
Go ahead. I didn't have anything to say.
Okay. Well, normally we don't have a whole lot to say. We just you have a good signal. What do you want?
If I got anything to say.
No, I did that on the other night.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have anything to say.
All right. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Very good, Jim. Are you copying everybody okay?
No, not everybody. I don't know where they're at. I'm pointing at you, being that control that you are. And I'm sorry I missed the south call. I had to take the dog out. She does not understand.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it. Well, she did that on purpose.
I'm sure she did.
No, you sound good. No, we just had it sounded a really good night for both 2 meter, as far as audio and signal strength here on 2 meters upper sideband as well as 2 meter FM.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it sounds good. I'll get out of the way and let you roll on. Thank you for having a minute. It was fun. Kate for you, was it?
Very good. That's Traveling Jim, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury. Who else is any place, anywhere? Any place, anywhere? Anybody left? I'll start making up calls. And nobody there? All right, then we'll move on. There was 13 in there, and that's a pretty big number. We normally have about 8 or 9, so that was a big number. All right, we're going to go over to 50.135, unless I hear a complaint. All right, we're going to we're going to 50.135. We'll see you then. Very good. This K4PEW net control for the 50.135 upper sideband portion of the net from the south. Please come down. Nobody in the south? Hey, very good. We got you in there, Terry. You sound good. Yeah, very good. And which antenna are you on tonight, Terry? No, which antenna are you on, Terry? Terry, which antenna are you on? Very good. And Terry, what antenna are you on? I took off on me. All right, that was Terry, KN4 MPV. I don't think you could hear everything I said, but I could hear him pretty good. Who else is from the south? Please come in. Is anybody copying anything from the south?
No.
I can just hear murmurs from the south, but then that could be, the people that live in my head. All right, from the east.
KM4 YRF.
Very good. We got Michael with a giant, unbelievable, ear-shattering signal from Mount Juliet, KM4 YRF. Who else is east? Nobody else east? All righty, over to the north. All right, we got Danny in there, decent signal, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else? Very good. Frank's got a D. Which antenna are you on 6 meters? Yeah, Frank. Oh, that's right. I wasn't sure if that was still the same one. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo, and he is on an end-fed antenna. Of course, I'm on a horizontal, little square loop. So it's nice they can hear it so well. Not as good as it on 2 meters, though, that's for sure. Or 2 meter sideband. Who else is north? All right, really light copy on that, Hayes, if you can copy me, but I got you in there. That's November 8, November Hotel Tango. Hi, Hayes, how you copy? Michael, are you copying any better than me?
No, I'm not, but I heard PY.
I don't know. Let's keep going. Anyway, if Hayes, we get you in there if you're copying me. November 8, November Hotel Tango. Who else is north? All righty, from the west then. All right, I got Jack in there. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Very good signal. A little low, but it's a good copy. What'd you say, Greg? What's TYT? What you're on? Kilo Delta 4, Charlie. Okay, how you doing on the net tonight? You got anything? No, I just figured I'd ask you a question. You were bugging me about it early. All right, very good. Greg's got nothing. That was Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and he is in Antioch. Who else is wherever I was? West. Ah, very good. Nice, good copy from you, Joel. KO40TV. How you copying me? Man, we need to get out there and do some DX tonight on 6 meters. Huh? Cool. Our luck, we just get one of those alligator turtles. Yeah, what'd you want, Michael?
Man, Joel, I've got a great copy on you tonight, Joel, on 6 meters. I normally can't hear you. Same here. Master in control.
All right, very good. That was Joel up there in West Ashland City, Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor with a unknown signal that's so good. Who else is West? Nobody else West? All right, very low signal, but I got you in there. Kilo Charlie 4. I'll get it straight in a second here. Tango November Quebec. There you go. I'm starting to write down the call wrong. That's Charles. It's just really low, but I got you in there with the headphones on there. Charles, can you hear me? Very good. Glad to have you in there, Charles. Michael, can you copy him at all?
Yes, fairly well. It was a little low, but no problem copying.
Yeah, normally it's not low. I don't normally remember him being that low, but it just shows you the conditions can be weird under for different people. Anyway, that was Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec, and Charles in West Nashville. Who else? Any place, anywhere? Is there anybody hearing anything I can't hear? All right, very good. We had 10 people on the 50.135, which is usually it's a little above average, as I recall. I'd have to look. I keep records, but I don't generally keep records week to week and can make comparisons. But just going on my bad memory. Anyway, I appreciate everybody on the net. We're going to close down the YouTube and the Facebook feed, and appreciate all the work. And we're going to move right over to 223.415, where we don't record anything because it would probably be illegal. This is K4PEW closing everything out. Oh yeah, what's the recheck? Are you copying Hayes there, Michael? Hayes, I can barely copy you. Yeah, you're going to have to email me because I couldn't hear copy any of that. The signal is so low to me, and I got some background noise here. So I will catch anybody over on 223.415, and I'll talk to you again, Hayes. K4PEW.